Today is February 20th. Tomorrow, spring training games begin. Wow. Baseball is here. Let's talk Yanks.
Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talkin' Yanks with old John Boy. John Boy and Jake. Talkin' Yanks with old John Boy. John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. We got BBD in the corner. And this episode, like all our episodes, is brought to you by SeatGeek, where you can get 10% off on any tickets with code YANKS2025. And guess what? Tickets to spring training, those exist.
If you're
Games are about
sitting
to start.
down and you want to watch sports, where are you gonna report spring training? We go to SeatGeek. Yanks 2025. Save 10%.
70,000 events on the SeatGeek app. Go to some of them. Over 28
You'll
million
like one of them.
downloads.
Gotta like one.
Yeah.
If you don't like one, talk to Trent Grisham.
We're going to spring training. We're going to see some games.
Reveal.
I think we're going to see two games.
Two games.
Yeah, we'll be in and out. Quick trip.
Next
trip.
weekend.
Yanks 2025. Quick trip. All right. Jake, how are you?
If you want to see us, if you're down in Tampa, DM Joe's McFly. He'll set it up. Jim, BBD. I'm doing all right. I'm kind of on one. I've been like half sick for a couple days. I think there's only Dayquil in me, so I'm on edge right now.
Oh, I need Dayquil.
Yeah, because in the Dayquil, I will pick up my phone. I'm all right, man. I excited for the game tomorrow. Hopefully Stroman goes 6, and then
He's going
we
one.
can build off of that.
He's going one.
We'll see.
He said 1 inning. Stroman gets the pill. He's on the bump, which, I think makes sense for all parties. They're trying to showcase him. If he goes out there, looks healthy, hits speeds, all that.
I just love it. Like sometimes the Yankees don't show their hand, or they show their hand without showing their hand. And it's like, hey, Stroman, get out there.
Yeah.
Look good, pal, because let's both figure this out. So I like that news. And yeah, it's kind of, Twitter's ended up in a weird spot. X, the application. I had a wholesome Jake tweet. I just retweeted that Stroman was getting the opening start, and I was like, this season's going to be kind of wild. Like, it already has been. Like, Juan Soto went to the Mets. The Yankees still put together an offseason.
Please come to our game.
The Stroman. that was an ad from the Mets. And, I guess for me, you don't see a lot of spring training start off where it's like, hey, normally it's like, hey, Trill Warren or someone get out there and twirl it. And they're like, no. Stroman.
I was going to say, do you know who started last?
We need you to exit.
Last year's first game of spring. I just looked it up. Yankees won the game 22-10.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bats were hot.
Yeah, they took down Olsen on the Tigers.
Did they start Rodon last year?
No.
Was it also Stroman?
No. It was Reese Olsen for the Tigers.
Will Warren.
And Luis Gil
Look at that.
for the Yankees.
Good luck.
Stroman Rookie of the Year incoming.
Gil to Nick Ramirez to Beater to Yogo to Rye Anderson, who got the hold, to Dennis Santana, to Dees. Who's that? And Gilbert.
I think there
Bailey.
were some jokes last year. It's like Ricky
Bailey
Dees.
Dees. Every day.
Dennis Santana. What was that?
Huh? That's his name.
Dennis
Every day.
Santana, currently the eighth inning man for your Pirates.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
Oh, that's good.
Scary neck tattoos.
That's good.
So Stroman gets a start.
Yeah.
There's not much to like. I think a lot of the Stroman stuff, and we did like 2 episodes ago, leveled out in a good place, where I think a lot of people came down from it and were like, okay, this is not a story. Like we have made this into something it's not.
There's a story. People are trying to make more of a story.
Yeah, like get too hot about it. Where you have Judge come out and say he'll bat anywhere and do all this. And Kay was making the comparison to Stroman, who said, I'm a starter. Which Cashman agreed with, said he is a starter, and I like that competitiveness. Right. You know, it's like when you take a guy off the mound, he wants to stay on the mound. I don't know what it's going to mean. Like, spring starts. Some things get locked up.
Spring starts.
I know guys sign in spring, free agents, obviously. And I know there's end of spring trades. Are there like
and last year Corbin
middle
Burns
of spring
was,
training trade?
Corbin Burns was like an end of February trade last year.
He was in camp with the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A-Rod was in February. I don't know if spring started. That one's way back.
Okay. I was trying to rack my brain. So, okay. Then it wouldn't be that odd. In my head, I guess just Yankee spring training. I couldn't remember a guy getting traded off the team that's like kind of like a hard trade to maneuver middle of spring.
Yeah, I guess the free agents jump out more. Like when didn't Houston do a dance with someone in
Texas
recent
two-step?
years? Texas two-step.
I don't forget.
That. Yeah,
are we on like rotation watch around the league? Have there been injuries
a little bit, right?
around the league?
Montas was like the biggest baseball news.
Oh,
Los Mets.
So Mets. I mean, Cohen doesn't care. He's over the tax.
Little Stroman reunion.
Mm-hmm. Please come to our games.
Yeah, I mean, I think they still.
They can bring Quintana back.
The Mets and Quintana are both on Let's Go Mets. I do think it's a little bit around the league. You know, what are going to be the next forearm tightness announcements and that kind of deal. I mean, the only other thing would be the Cardinals thing coming full circle, but it feels like both sides have the ick on that someone would have to significantly change their tone.
Okay, I found the Joe's tweet about Carrasco for Ron's pitching.
Okay.
I found the tweet that he was looking at. It's from our guy Ralphie, 212. Garrett Cole said Carlos Carrasco. So Garrett Cole said Carlos Carrasco is hitting 94 in the gun. A lot of pitchers are ahead this spring, according to him. So our guy Ralphie tweeted that Garrett Cole said that. I don't know where he said it.
So Garrett Cole said that according to Ralphie.
Yes.
It's a little confusing.
A tweet I see here with 4 likes. I wonder if Joe's is one of them. Probably. But it's Cookie Carrasco.
That's not a retweet or anything from Ralphie?
No, it's just, I mean, our guy Rifkin's in the response.
Joe's, you're live on Talkin' Yanks.
What's going on, Talkin' Yanks? How you guys doing today?
Doing your fake deep voice thing.
Hey, this is my voice.
Hey, we saw that tweet. I think it's from Ralphie that said Carlos Carrasco's throwing 94. No sources or anything. What's that about?
I thought it was Garrett Cole or something that said that.
Ralphie said that, but nobody else.
Ralphie said it was Cole.
Ralphie?
That's who tweet. That's the tweet that you saw, that you passed that information on to us.
I seen it, so I said it. Okay?
I mean, it's kind of okay. Ralphie's source.
I seen it, so I said it.
All right, man. We'll catch up. You got any other Yankee takes?
Yeah, I got a lot of them actually. Where do I start? Actually, number 1.
Okay.
I was going nowhere.
He was stalling for time. If you Google it, all right, hold on. If you Google it, the only thing that comes up is Ralphie's tweet. I Googled Carlos Carrasco 94 miles per hour. But I have a video here of him throwing bullpens, no radar in sight.
Here's what I'll say. I've got no tweets from anyone saying Carlos Carrasco's throwing 88.
That's true.
So currently,
I have a tweet saying 94.
currently
Did you?
text from Joe's McFly, LMFAO.
Beebs, I'm gonna slack you something.
Okay.
Or I'll put it on the dock.
Better.
Because it sounds like we got a Cookie Carrasco pander quote. I don't know if you have this as part of your videos. I hadn't seen this anywhere else. I guess Cookie Carrasco's not hot on the streets in most other places.
No.
But here we are opening the show with him. And this video says he did the, like, everyone in the world wants to play for the Yankees, and now I'm everyone in the world.
Oh, this
Type
this
vibe.
is from
Type.
from last
Let's go.
week.
From last week, yeah.
How excited are you for this opportunity to play and be a
Let's
part
go.
of this Yankees organization?
I think it's really excited. I just taken this way. Everyone in baseball, they just want to play with the Yankee at least one time, and this is my dream right now. So I'm here. I'm ready to go, and I cannot wait to start spring training.
You know what? That's good. He said, at least one time. It wasn't the full, like,
Right.
gross
Wasn't
pander.
born to be a Yankee.
Yeah. And it's true.
Just a reminder, Carrasco does turn 38 March 21st.
Yep.
And in 21 starts last year, he had a 5.64 ERA.
Yeah, so.
But I will say this. If you go to his baseball reference, he has one of the most fun pronunciation keys I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'll let you live react.
Carrasco.
K-U-H, all caps, Raz.
Carrasco.
And then Co with a K.
I mean, Cookie's also a great name. I mean, Guardians were 3-10 in his starts. 8-13. His record was 3-10.
But that's the Guardians, man. They're so...
Yeah, I mean, if you take away the 6 starts where he gave up 5 runs or more out of the 21, the numbers are great. All you got to do is juice the books. So that's the Cookie Carrasco section of the show. And starting pitcher depth is interesting because Clarke Schmidt's back is barking, said Matt Blake, and then Boone said he's got a cranky back, and what a cranky dog's bark. So they're speaking the same language. And then Clarke came out and said, I'm fine.
Yeah, it almost feels like...
And it's his birthday.
Happy birthday,
Brother.
Clarke.
Every video of Clarke, he says that. So you have to start saying it.
I'm close with Clarke's dad, the one game we saw each other at.
So is his brother.
He did invite us to stay at his house, me and Joe's. So you guys work on that. Yeah, I'm starting to put this in the bucket of Yankees' new philosophy is be honest about non-injuries to cover up the fake injuries more.
I think they might just be trying to slow Clarke down. I mean, if you watch any of these videos, he's an amped up guy. They talk about how he's like one of the most confident guys he's ever seen.
Right.
And yeah, if you watch first episode of Weave's World, Clark's also filming media.
What is that?
If you watch the first episode of Weave's World, Clarke is.
Are you worried
in
about
it.
Weave's World?
No, I was very worried before.
You were fear watching.
Yeah, I was fear watching, and then it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I mean, singing the basketball song at the end was pretty good. I think this is the Yankees telling Clarke, no, your back's cranky, dude.
Okay.
Because they see him getting too aggressive. What did they say? They said he threw an aggressive flat ground session.
Yeah.
And Clarke's had spring injuries before. So this is their way of saying, you got to take it slow, Clarke. I believe this 20%.
Okay. I believe this 20%.
Yeah. People can't tell when I'm being facetious or not, so I got to start labeling my levels.
Right. We'll just get to the point where you can just say a percentage after and people will
20%.
be able to process.
20%. We're at that point. 100%.
Yeah, Clarke, I'm fine with. I think he wants to throw more and he will throw more. Going back to Weave's World, I was interested to see where Weave was going to land this year because he was kind of the team's media darling. If you remember, like Weave had just broken out as like the setup guy and he should be the team closer, and he was tabbed to be one of the Yankees handing out bobbleheads, I think. There's a picture of Luke Weaver before the game handing out one of the Yankees giveaways. It might have been Soto jerseys, I forget. that, he's been the social media team's darling. He rolls up to spring training. He's a new guy this year. He's a dude on the Yankees. And I was worried because he's a quirky guy. But my favorite moment of the Judge football jersey giveaway, he's handing them out. A nice moment of levity was they were doing the question of the day that the social media has been doing, and they've been doing a great job.
Yes.
And Weave walks up one day, and he kind of tried to change it. He kind of went alpha dog mentality a little bit. He was like, oh, another question? And you just hear the social media person go, it's the question of the day. And he's like, you're right. So it's good to see that. It's good to see that out of him.
If you have that, I'd love to see it. I like that.
I'm not sure which one it was, Beebs. It had to be in the last 4 days.
I do like the questions of the day. I don't see them all the time because I don't know when I've been busier.
Right.
So Beebs is actually going to show us a bunch of videos at the end of this of all the stuff elder people might have missed.
Right.
Some places are bad times to hang out on social media. This one?
I think so, yeah.
I haven't had them in a while, but it's between these two.
Yeah, and that's the right answer.
Depending on the day. I'd probably go this one, though, the tag-alongs. Fire. Tag-alongs.
Nice. Who is that?
I think
Cole?
that's Tim Hill.
Oh,
This is concerning. Pause it.
what did Volpe just choose? Shortbread?
The trefoils, I believe.
I don't dislike those.
It's just it can't be your number one.
Wait, no. The shortbread cookies, I enjoy them, but they're like 3.
I think those are trefoils. The
Yeah.
shortbread might be the yellow.
He
No,
does say
blues.
Okay.
Trefoil and shortbread. There's 2 different Girl Scout companies, so America is divided. Like tagalongs are called something else in the California part of Girl Scout world.
Oh.
And so trefoils and shortbread are the same thing.
Volpe does say I'm boring as he's doing it. If that changes anything for you.
Well, at least he knows.
I'm boring. I'm going to go with the peanut butter tag-alongs.
There's your guy.
Thin mints. Thin mints, frozen.
Yeah, that's good.
Best one are Samoas.
Where's the lemon ones? These? Yeah. All day.
All right. See, like
Yeah.
if I can't get on G, but that's a terrible answer too.
Right.
Stanton
But it
famously
kinda
has some
makes
tough
sense,
food
right?
takes.
Okay,
and-
so I grew up with Little Brownie Bakers version of Girl Scout cookies. So I know the names as Tagalongs, Samoas, Trefoils, Do-Si-Dos, and Thin Mints. Then when I moved to California, there's a whole different supplier called the ABC Bakers. They call them peanut butter patties, not Tagalongs, not Samoas, caramel delights, not Trefoils, but shortbread, not Do-Si-Dos, but peanut butter sandwich, and Thin Mint remains the same. So if you're listening from other areas, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Girl Scout cookies.
Duke Ellis?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He was on the phone.
I'm looking at Girl Scout.
Hold up, I'm looking at it. That's a great job by the Yankees social media editor to leave that in.
Include
That's
that.
funny.
This is my favorite.
Nice.
Okay, this is very controversial. I like mint, so I'm going to go with mint, but these are gas too.
Wait, who was that?
I believe that was Rafael Flores, who's a
It's not controversial. It's one of the most popular ones.
I think they just wanted to leave in the phrase, very ball player to say these are gas. Not a lot of other parts of society you can say that.
I think here's the Luke Weaver moment that we came here for.
Okay.
What do you got for Weave? Talk to him. Samoa, yeah, Samoa.
Not even close.
Is that Clarke?
Might have been the day before. That was Clarke hyping him up.
Those are my favorite. Yeah, those are my favorite.
I'll tell you what.
Who's this?
Yeah. Strawberry for sure.
Whoever,
Dom Smith didn't believe that.
Dom
That was
Smith.
Max Fried.
Dom Smith just copycatted an answer just to get out of the class. He was like, yeah, that, what he said.
And then they needed one player to eat a cookie. Yeah, if I was 25, I think me and Everson Pereira would have a good time. I like what he's doing with the hair and the outfits. He had a weird injury update.
Yes, he did.
DH only for a little bit.
Well, he had the TJ last year, so
The internal brace.
So
What's
in the
with that? Why do we do
mid-March,
this
he can throw
every
again.
year
What do you mean?
with position players?
Oh, Yankees have a lot of position player injuries.
But Tommy John.
That's what I mean. Tommy John's, yeah.
Doesn't make sense. They shake and bake.
Doesn't make sense. But Boone also had a classic line like he's going to be in the mix, which Boone says about everyone all the time.
Yeah. He's on the 40 man, so he's gonna say that.
Yeah, do we want to do?
Wow, looks. We got to go ask some of our southern New Jersey people. Like Shelfie might be ABC Bakers. He might not know tag-alongs and Samoas.
It's pretty on the Girl Scout website. They just have them as like a slash.
Smart.
Like Caramel Delight / Samoas. Peanut butter sandwich / Dosey Dos. Should we have, like, because you really enjoyed Peraza's quote.
I did, yeah. I have that as something to talk about here.
That I don't know. Should we do some, like, roster pre-injury honesty hour?
I'm down for it. I'm not sure what you're envisioning there.
Talking about it.
Well, I just like
some overall depth talk.
Peraza had a good interview with
Right.
Where was it? I have the breakdown of it's NJ.com. So I liked Peraza's quotes. People tried to pick these apart and get mad at him because that's what like everyone's doing now about everything.
It's that time
but
of year.
it was honest. The controversial part of the quotes he says is, in my mind, I was the best shortstop we had, talking about 2 years ago when it was him and Volpe. He said, it's 2 years ago, but still a little hard for me. I know Volpe is pretty good. I know he's a gold glove. I'm still waiting for my moment. Maybe this year. I like all of that. You want guys to be confident. And he did get called up before Volpe, and he was at AAA before Volpe. So makes sense he would think he was the next guy. But Volpe had a great spring, and it was a good story. But then I like this part. Peraza says, he said, this year is really, really important for my career. I'm out of options. I'm a little antsy. I feel good for the moment. My mind is really good. Sometimes you hear guys say like, that's out of sight, out of mind, or I don't even pay attention to that stuff. And I always feel like that's crazy. Like, kudos to you if you can, but how do you not know? And then we've talked to other guys who are very clear, like, hey, I'm probably going to get moved in the middle of this camp, or like, I don't want to like dig in here. So it was cool to hear an honest into his head where he knows like, this is a very important spring for me. Like, I'm out of options. If I don't break camp with this team, I'm gone. My days as a Yankee could be over. He says that it's his goal to stay with the Yankees, even if it means being a bench player, and it's not his goal to go somewhere else and start. He said, I love the Yankees. I want an opportunity to play for this team. This is my dream.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. He finished up his minor league season pretty strong last year, because I think he had a line in there that was like, I hit pretty good last year, and I was like, oh, when I'm thinking of Yankees minor league stats, I didn't have Peraza.
He had like a first half from hell after the shoulder injury, and then I think second half he was pretty good.
He said, hitting in the big leagues is hard. Maybe with more games I'll hit better. I have confidence. In Scranton, I played every day and hit.
Yeah, that was the line. I played every day and hit, and I was like, did you? From
the season numbers aren't in an amazing spot.
July, August, September, 63 games. He was 260, 341, and 813 OPS with 16 steals, 13 homers. So I was like, okay, like that scratches more for me than when I was looking at his overall stats from the minor league season. I talk myself in different ways over Peraza, because I think the safe answer is like he gets traded. The Yankees can still find someone that thinks that they can play this guy. He played nice defense at third base without a lot of action over there, and he has like, I think he's shown he has an MLB glove and arm at shortstop. So like, okay, this guy can play second, third, and short. What are you going to get out of the bat? And he can run. That I don't know. It becomes this Yankees hype thing, and sometimes we wish we could go another level with some of the minor league numbers. Like, does he just not hit any breaking balls in the minors? He's fared a lot better against younger players in the minors than he has against older players. So
I was looking at those too.
look at that.
It's interesting. Because it's always like it's a weird stat,
Right.
and then sometimes you look at it and you're like,
And I think the majority of the numbers do come out that way. So I don't know. I would love to know.
what was the butter knife timeline you gave on his? 'Cause I just grabbed one myself. Probably the same.
July, August, September.
Okay. I did from June 8th to September 22nd.
Sure.
342 plate appearances. Because like Beebs is right, the start was really rough. But from that stretch, 265 batting average, 349 on base, 446 slug, 795 OPS. It's minor league ball.
Sure.
But just to kind of back what he's saying, like why you played every day and I hit, like the way that's the last 3 months of the season.
Yeah.
So in his brain, or 4 months.
And yeah,
June 8th.
Again, I think that the baseball timeline with age is getting kind of crazy because we've ramped it up and opened it to youth more. Like it used to be almost anyone has to earn their keep till they're 24, 25, and then you'll get your chance kid. That baseball and teams like the Angels are calling kids up right after the draft. Like a lot of guys are getting opportunities early now. That Peraza is 24. It was cool hearing him say, like, guys, this is a big year for me.
Yeah.
Like, if there's a couple injuries on the Yankees and I play a couple games and I'm a league average hitter with what he can do defensively, like Oswald Peraza is looking like a big leaguer for the next 4 years.
If he wins the third base job, like has a great spring and wins that, and Oswaldo Cabrera becomes the util guy that he is, the defense in the infield is going to be great.
Do you think he can win it?
If he went nuts.
Yeah, I think
Oswaldo and DJ lurking.
I think Oswaldo Cabrera.
Or how about this?
They love him as the bench.
Because I think we're all kind of on the same page. Do you think we could get the words out of Boone's mouth that, like, Oswald Peraza has won the third base job? Because I don't think we can. I think it can get to the point where Boone's like, it's fluid, and yeah, we loved Peraza spring. I don't think they can say, like, Peraza's our third baseman.
It would be a platoon with Oswaldo Cabrera, and DJ would be out.
Right.
And then you'd have to see. But yeah, I don't know if they'd say that. But I think he can start the year on the roster for sure.
Yes,
I can have this spring turn into like a role on the Yankees.
I don't think he can get the Volpe. We're breaking camp and Volpe's our shortstop and we're not doing anything else.
Right.
Treatment that Volpe
There's
got
no
in
chance you're
2023.
ever out.
There's no way. But I think he can break camp with the team and then play his way into the gig. It's very interesting now because we've talked to people that watched all these players at the minor leagues. A couple guys, 3 people. And I'm not saying they're professional scouts and I trust them and their opinions with my lives, but the same sentiment out of all of them was Peraza's the guy. So we were thinking Peraza was the guy. And the sentiment behind that was he can hit every day. Like, this was a couple years ago when we were hearing this, when he was at AAA. And they were
so
like,
prospects.
Like, he's not streaky when he's having a good year. Like, it's not going to be power, but he's going to bang the ball around every day.
Yeah, it's kind of we recorded Volpe's PPP the other day as those are rolling out, and it's kind of funny that we were like, hey, not to tease too much, but Volpe still needs like an offensive identity. Like, okay, 2-0, he's going to take a massive swing, or hey, I'm going to try to put every at bat in play, or I'm going to try my damnedest to get on base. Sometimes Hicksy style. Like, I think Peraza, it's kind of known. Like, he's not going to be an on-base guy at the major league level, but he's a guy that's going to swing, and if he can hit at a 275 level with the way he can steal and the way he can play defense, that's an asset. I get a little scared because even if that dream world happens, that, okay, Peraza, however it's injuries or whatever, he lands at third base. The left side of our infield defense would be nice, and the speed is nice, but I mean a serious lack of pop. Like you're talking about if Peraza and Volpe played a full season on the left side of the infield, you're talking about maybe 20 homers combined.
Yeah, it's not like DJ or Oswaldo Cabrera are going to give you much more anyway.
Not
like
what they got.
Yeah, all the options you're not finding that. And Boone came out and said the plan is for Jazz to play second. He's like, always leave an open window in case. But I don't want him going back and forth. I want him to have a position every day and play there.
Right.
And Jazz and Volpe up the middle is nice.
When Jazz talked, he talked about being excited to be second base every day, same lineup spot every day in the that we watched last week. So
yeah. But he also in that said he's going to win MVP or Silver Slugger and batting title.
Why not?
Why not? But yeah, it was nice to hear Boone kind of say that.
Yeah.
Because everyone knew it at this point.
Yeah.
The way he was talking, but for him to be like, yeah, no, he's going to be second base is nice. So I'm rooting for Peraza. No idea. He could be traded halfway through spring. Like if he has a great spring, Jake, the likelihood that means he's on the roster and getting everyday reps at third base is just as much as him getting traded, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we still have. It feels like there's going to be some catcher action that has to go down. I don't know if Peraza has to be a part of that. I mean, it really comes back to the Yankees and what. The Yankees usually don't have a poker face that I think, or they try to have a poker face that reveals their cards, which is probably the worst place to play. Like the Peraza quotes, I feel like midway through spring are going to be pretty telling. Like I think there's going to be a moment that if Peraza's having a nice spring, they're going to be like he
got hurt last spring, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's like, hey, he's a part of this team. We want him fighting for third base reps, blah, 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 running off the bench. Like we currently don't have speed off the bench. And yeah, it's unfortunately the dark part of this conversation that I know we were having some chuckles at last time, but the DJ conundrum can just get heavier and heavier by the day.
It's true. And do we have that video or that tweet that was about DJ? Because it upset me. Talk about that.
Like the swing?
It was
Or do you want to look at the quotes again?
It was a tweet about DJ versus a minor leaguer on the backfield.
Oh yeah. Was that Randy?
Yeah, Randy. It was
Randy Miller. That's the old one.
That's the old one.
Yeah. No, it was he was I just feel bad for players right now that they can't even take live ABs in pitchers and catchers version of spring training without just being fed to the wolves on the backfield where there's no fans. This and like I'm not really Randy Miller does a good job. I like a lot of his stuff, so I'm not trying to come at him, but feeding the beast of the responses and how like fake the world is,
right?
Twitter world is. The tweet is Yankees vet DJ LeMahieu didn't look good in this live BP at bat facing Luis Velasquez, who came over from minor league complex to get some work in. So it's all facts, but obviously, there's like just so much negativity, and it's 2 pitches on the backfield with no one around spring training. Like for years, we've been coming on this show and being like, guys, spring training results don't matter. Spring training at bats. Stan doesn't even try to hit the ball straight for the first 2 weeks of spring training. DJ could just be tracking pitches there. I don't know. I get into an icky point of like, damn, DJ can't even face a minor leaguer on the backfield without it being like, look at this bum.
Yeah, and that's where you wonder. I mean, I do see both sides because, like we said, Randy Miller is normally not just he's not the guy that would just put this out for the kids to get angry about.
No, it's just like facts. He just put the facts.
Yeah, he did state facts,
but it's 2 pitches in the video.
And hey, I've always been kind of hot to trot on Luis Velasquez, a guy in the minor leagues who has more strikeouts than innings. That it's like, okay, so here's the pitcher always has the advantage. Luis Velasquez listed 5'10", 155.
He looks smaller in that video.
This could be DJ's first time seeing this guy, and he could throw a Slambio or something weird.
Or he looks
DJ's
awful,
on his
but
worst
it's live
week.
ABs.
It's his first week of spring training. That's.
I'm not really trying to defend DJ because I think
probably did look bad.
I'm just like, fuck, dude.
Not saying he looks good in this video.
It's a little brutal for the players that they can't even do that. Like, wait for the games.
Yeah.
because he's getting it pretty bad right now. And I feel bad for him because he seems sad in his quotes.
Sad and honest.
Yeah. Sad and honest. What other? Everson Pereira talked about him. Chase Hampton, he's out. He's got flexor strain testing. Something going on in the UCL.
Not great. Didn't Boone have a quote about him that he was like, Chase Hampton was sad?
Boone said he's pretty bummed.
It's a bad sign.
Bad sign.
Something going on in the UCL.
I can ask my friend. Brent Hedrick, you want to talk about that? We already did.
Let's watch some of these videos around camp after this break.
Who's scoring big this NBA season? You are, with all new ways to get in on the action with our partners at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, all new customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you use code YANKS. From monster slams, dishing the rock, cleaning the glass, get behind your favorite players, and prop bets you can make at DraftKings, the home of NBA player props. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers, use code YANKS. Bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's code YANKS only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
All right, let's see. Judge versus Heel.
We got a lot of stuff that'll come into play in this video.
Strike one, heater.
Boone is the umpire, of course.
Well, first base ump Didi.
So he's on check swings.
I like that we're on good terms with Didi.
Yeah. Taking photos. Slider down low. Now you can see Judge smiling a little bit here. Because Heel's saying, no, check that. And then in the background, the coach puts his hand on his head, which is the challenge signal in the minors, the new system. I guess they're testing this out because I saw this going around other minor league facilities too, that they have it on the field because the big leaguers don't do it a lot. But the minor leaguers coming up, that's what they do.
Confirmed a ball.
Yeah.
Let's go, Judge.
They appeal to Didi. No swing. Didi just standing there.
That was Didi not watching.
It's Judge, man.
That's tough.
I don't know Heel. So what do we got? We got a 2-1 count, as far as we know.
Well, we've seen some bad medicine going on in the background.
Oh, it was 3-1. Damn. So that's if you've never seen
Worried
that
about
system,
that.
it's good. Come on, Heel. Wow, Carrasco striking out Belly, probably hitting 94 on the gun.
Foul ball.
These are the best days to go to spring if you're planning on going on a trip in the future. The crowd just chilling there watching. You get to see a Yankee hitter and a Yankee pitcher same time.
Is that radar? No, that's pitch clock. And truth be told, I'm
Is that just the two
lying.
pitches? Start that one over.
Oh, yeah.
Strikes out Belly.
Infielders working on reacting to hard hits.
This is the side backfield with the hill, I think, right?
Yeah, I think they took the hill away because they hated it.
I think you're right.
Yeah, the hill's out.
The hill's out.
That was just the torture CC.
It's the infield field. But they have to renovate a lot of this shit now, Hal said, with the Tarpons now playing at one of these fields. So what are they doing here? They're just getting hard balls.
Just hitting balls at them.
Yeah. I'm surprised they picked this direction on the field, and I haven't seen them do the hard hit like that with the net behind them before.
I guess because they know the guys are going to miss it, so they want the ball to stop. I liked when we went to spring training a couple years ago and seeing Josh Donaldson doing his drill where he was fielding on his knees.
Yeah.
So it was all hands, soft hands. Oh, there's the hat. I thought Jazz was just wearing like his own cool hat, but that's the spring training hat.
And this one's probably the most fun.
Oh, yeah. We got Judge stepping in the box. Who's he facing? Do we know?
I think this is also heel. Not 100% sure, but it looks like heel.
That's a strike. Hoke with the video.
Like that.
Boone with the strike call. Ha! 0-2.
Fan yells, gets a laugh.
Probably gets a nudge from the wife.
Definitely.
Oh. Good advice from the fan.
Right? You gotta swing the bat, Pop.
0-2. Homer. Come on, Hero. Not liking what I'm seeing. Judge is good.
Awesome. The New York Yankees have signed Aaron Boone to a 2-year extension. Congrats, Booney.
What was it? Was it up at the end of this year?
This was the last year.
Nice. Should be no surprises there.
The way
they openly said I like managers for 10 years. What's that put him at?
I believe this year's going to be 8, right? So
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That's 10 years. Might be his last deal. If Cashman stays true to, he thinks managers are 10-year stints.
Right. Booney might be okay with that, too.
Win a couple.
Kid's getting a little older.
Win.
Win.
Lean. Anything else we got to talk about?
Truth be told, I miss you.
Everyone excited to watch day 1 tomorrow and then realize, like, oh,
yeah,
this isn't it. Best part
Judge
about
gets
first
on at bat.
3 innings.
Yeah, the best part about day 1 of spring training is the like announcements when they announce the guys and they run out. And you're like, yes, I like my guys. Look, baseball's back. And then the game starts and you're like, okay, this isn't.
They get your guys out.
No one's doing anything.
You see maybe our last social media picture. Your guy, George Lombard.
Yep.
Yanks posted a picture of him and the Judge talking in the dugout.
Lombard Jr.
Yeah. JLJ. GLJ.
How old's he now? 20?
19, I believe.
What level did he get to last year?
I don't know if he got to high A.
His dad played ball. I'm currently on his page.
Got to high A.
Okay, get to double A. Start dreaming. Has it been silent on the Spencer Jones front?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But look at that.
I haven't seen any
pick,
quotes
man.
about him.
Oh, that's the pick?
Handsome. Both of them.
Yeah, he's 19. I'll wait. Opening lineup for the Yankees' first spring game last year. Volpe, Grisham, Oswaldo Cabrera, Pereira, Rortvet, Torrens, Oscar Gonzalez, Yorbit Vivas, Groshans.
Is that a road game?
Interesting question.
I feel like I recall
Yes,
the
yes.
home game. They like rolled it out there. First look at Soto wearing pinstripes.
That was a home game. You're right. Their second game was also a road game.
God, road dogs.
And their third game was a road game? No, I got to be doing something wrong here.
Some splitties.
Doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah, it was split. So their first home game was versus the Blue Jays, and it was split squad. But the lineup there was Verdugo, Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Glaber, Van Meter,
Of course.
Kevin Smith, Escara, and Narvaez. But that first 5 was like probably what they maybe thought they were going to do. Probably knew they were going to go Verdugo to Soto. But yeah. All right. Hopefully we get more storylines as people start playing.
Yeah.
And someone give me an injury around the league update. Who's going down? Does Fangraphs have that?
See who gets hurt.
Just injury log.
They have to.
Probably have something.
Injury report. Yeah, whole page on it. But show all MLB teams. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's not like them placing anyone on the IL.
Yes.
But
Kai Bush went on the IL.
They have Stanton's elbow soreness, so. Why
Oh,
not
yeah, they
Green?
do. They have Cousins, elbow soreness. DL Hall, lat discomfort.
Oh, yeah, that was tough.
Alex Cobb, hip inflammation.
Old.
So Tigers, you want Stroh? All right. See you guys. Love you. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Go Yankees.